Hey, what's happening? It's your dude, the merciless Reece L. Black. Welcome back to the booth. And hey, I just want to go ahead and give y'all a happy, very Merry Christmas. Man, I can't believe I made it this far to the point where I'm actually making a Christmas video, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to go ahead and say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody today here. So what I actually wanted to do was what I wanted to talk about is Reece, how did you overcome your nervousness talking to women? So I don't exactly have any tips or anything, but if you guys want to take it as tips, then so be it. I understand that so far on this platform, I had a lot of dating coaches come on and, you know, a lot of sex coaches too, or relationship and self-improvement coaches here. And we always talk about game. But damn, what about for the guy that's nervous still? What about for the rookie? What about for the dude that's socially awkward? So as a gift, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys know, my fellas, I'm gonna let you guys know how I pretty much overcame getting over the nervousness of speaking with women. So I'll let you guys know some things that I have done. First off, I had to basically tell myself and accept that all women have sex. Yes, they do. There used to be years and years I used to actually think that she's a prude, or she's a virgin, or oh no, she don't get down like that. But I actually started like having conversations with a bunch of women like in my lifetime, and man, they be the first ones to bring up sex all the damn time. They think about who they having sex with, who they want to have sex with, who they will never have sex with, or they will never ever have sex. But one of the things I always found out is that the conversation of sex always comes up. So regardless if they are sexually active or not, one of the things that I've accepted was that, okay, sex is on their mind. Even some of the women who said that they weren't doing anything, they were actually doing stuff with men. So I actually had to really accept that. And my thing was this, of course, when you're young, that's one of your main intentions. You want to sleep with this woman. You like them, but not only do you have a physical attraction, it's like, damn, I had a sexual attraction. So once it got ingrained in my head that, wow, girls do have sex. Some of them even have sex more than guys. I mean, hell, there's some girls out there that had more sex with women than men did. I really had to pretty much take that in consideration. And when I finally accepted that, I was just like, okay. One of the things that I've actually started doing was actually complimenting women on something other than their looks. I like to go for the appearance. Me, I'm a hair guy. So if your hair is looking fly, you got a fly cut, or your dreadlocks are fly, or your braids are fly, I'm just going to let you know. It's like, yo, that do on you, it suits you. If they have on some fly kicks, hey, them kicks are slamming on you. If your outfit is looking good, or if you just like pretty much having lunch by yourself, I'm gonna come by and be like, yo, that looks good. What is that? Or, you know, that looks tasty as hell. I actually started pretty much complimenting women on other things besides, you know, their body. What book were they reading? You know, where did they shop at? You know, or what movie are they about to see if we're like at a ticket line or something? Or if they have a drink at a bar that just caught my attention and looks good, it's like, yo, what did you order right there? That looks slamming. Man, hey, you must be on something great, because I'm just a, you know, Hennessy guy, you know, but I don't drink right now. But that's how I was. I actually started to like give honor into what women were actually interested in, or what their appearance was, or how they, you know, what they wore, what their drip was, instead of just looking at the TNA all day. So the moment I started basically complimenting women on other things besides their booty and their body and breasts or whatever, I got a smile. And I love me some smiles too. And that's one of the things I used to always compliment on. I used to, not the homies know, I'm quick to say, and you got a smile on you too. Man, you fly today. Hey, I'm Reece. And the conversation continues from there. I've also learned that a lot of men cannot hold a conversation at all. I'm not saying that they have a stuttering problem or whatever, but they just can't entice or interest a woman in anything. A lot of these men pretty much step to these women and always talked about themselves. So I decided to go the other way. I wanted to get to know her a little bit more. Or if there's like a book that she's reading in a coffee shop, I will basically, take interest in it. It's like, excuse me, what is that you're reading there? And if she pretty much explains to you, the synopsis of the book or whatever, I was actually interested because I'm an avid reader myself. And that's another thing. The more and more and more I became a huge reader, the more topics that I can actually, use to converse with. So the thing is, I've learned that a lot of men out there really don't care what's on a woman's mind. Me, if you guys want to call me a simple whatever, I'm interested in what the woman is interested in. To me, everything is not all about trying to smash. It's like, I like having conversations with women. I like the company. I've said that before. And when I've learned that a whole bunch of men just could not hold a conversation, it's a sad day when women are complimenting you on how well you engage in a convo. That's how bad it is nowadays. And we're talking about men my age. I started to work out. My brain got better. I started to dress better. I started to groom better. I started thinking highly of myself. I had a whole lot more self-respect. And when you show that you have a lot of self-respect, a lot of other people see that too. It's not just women. It's also, maybe colleagues at work or just people out and about. The way you just hold and carry yourself. The moment I pretty much started liking myself, started loving myself, started respecting myself, it made it easier to just talk to anybody. This is just not like a, woman thing. No, it just made it easier for me to speak to random people. Like if you're just in a line somewhere, you just have a question. I used to be that type of person that was not a social butterfly. Like if I didn't know you, like at a bus stop or something, I didn't say, jack shit to you. But there was just actually some moments where now I have no problem talking to anybody for years, not just now, but for years. I just enjoy just speaking to random people, especially if I just saw something that piqued my interest. And then so, of course, when it came to the opposite sex, it became mad easier because it's like, look, I'm looking fly today. I'm feeling good today. Had a good workout. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out there, flex my knowledge, flex the convo, flex the mouthpiece. And if I got rejected, it was just like, okay, your loss, or just on to the next one. I never beat myself up after being rejected, especially if I just felt very, very good about myself. I also had to remind myself that there is too many women. I mean, I had days of, FOMO, and I was just always really, really, really kicking myself in the butt. Like, man, I should have stepped to that chick. Why didn't I step to that chick? Why am I being so whack right now? But then I just realized as long as I live, there's been plenty of women everywhere in different cities. Hell, sometimes just randomly in your neighborhood, randomly at your park, in your mall, in your shopping center, in your bookstore, your coffee shop. There were just always women, as long as I lived, just popping up. Cute ones, beautiful, fine, BBW, slim, thick, very slim, skinny, tall, short. There are just women everywhere. And the moment I finally just realized that, like, you know what? I need to stop looking for just that one and just putting all my eggs in one basket, just trying to get that one number and hoping that that one chick will pretty much kick it with me. It's like, nah, the moment I pretty much just accepted and just knew, like, yo, we are surrounded by beautiful women. Like, I can say I have all the time in the world if I wanted to, but there's no loss if I did not approach that one. I approach when I was ready. And if I got, like I said, if I get shot down, I get shot down. I just move on to the next one until I found the one that was fit for me. But I told myself, hey, women pop up everywhere. So go for it. Don't lose sleep over it. That was me. That's how I thought. I also started inviting random women into conversations, and the homies know this. Like when we're at happy hour or just chilling at a bar or whatever, or pretty much just chilling at a hotel, bar or bistro, and we're just having a conversation amongst ourselves, there will be times where we'll be chopping it up, having a debate about something, and I will randomly just see a woman and just be like, yo, come here for a second. I need you to settle this argument between us. I would do things like that. The moment I started doing that, I really didn't even have a problem, approaching women at all. See, I wasn't even trying to get the number, but the fact that I could just randomly just pick out any woman and just like, hey, come here, can you please settle this debate with us? Or I would just invite them into a conversation that we have. And even if we're not having a debate, it's just the fact that, hey, you're here, I acknowledge your presence, and I just want to chop it up with you. I don't have to get your number, and I'm trying to ask you out or anything like that, but we're having a fun conversation. I just wanted to get your insight on it. So a lot of women pretty much will engage in conversations like that, especially if it's a fun conversation. And then if it's a debate and that woman knows what she's talking about, hey, then I oblige to hear her perspective, and I may learn something. And if things kick off and go smoothly and there's an attraction, oh yeah, of course, I'm going to want to go ahead and pull the number and get to know you later on and things like that. But that was not my intention. So the moment I pretty much just started inviting random women into my conversations, with the homies, then I've gotten way, way more comfortable in just talking to women, period. I stopped lying. First, I had to stop lying to myself. Like, bruh, this is not you, all right? I know I'm the How to Be a Player generation because that movie dropped, for me when I was young, I came from the pimp generation, but I'm not a pimp. And at that time, I was trying to be a player when I really wasn't. I was just getting my feet wet. I was just that young man, mid-20s, whatever, looking for a relationship. I really wasn't trying to have casual sex with anybody just yet because I just didn't have the swag to pretty much just holler at random women and just be direct with what I actually wanted. That didn't happen until I hit my early 30s or whatever. But I stopped lying to myself, telling me like, hey, you're this, you're that, you're suave and whoop, 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 whoop. Nah. I just decided to be myself. And then on top of all that, I stopped lying to women. Yeah, I used to go out there and lie about what I actually did, trying to impress women. But also what I had to remember was women get hollered at every day. Women have been hollered at every day since they were teenagers, unfortunately. So they kind of heard it all. They catch on to the BS quick. So the moment I was just honest with myself and honest with the ladies, I really didn't care what they thought of me anymore. It was just like, hey, take it or leave it. Or if I told them I was like a janitor or something, I'm like, oh yeah, I could clean the hell out of a bathroom with no problem. Shoot, you got a bathroom that needs to be cleaned, I'm your guy. I just used to do stuff like that. I started loving myself. And when you love yourself, you don't have to lie to anybody about yourself. You don't have to lie to anyone just to impress anybody. So once that was done, I felt better about myself. And I started feeling bad to all the women that I lied to when I just could have just been my genuine, authentic self. And maybe they liked me, maybe they didn't. But it felt good just knowing that there were some women who were interested in me, just for who I was. They didn't care about where I lived and if I had a lemon or if I didn't have a car at all. They just pretty much wanted to engage with me because they just wanted to see what I was about. If they didn't like me after the fact, then they didn't like me after the fact. But it really felt good just knowing that I don't have to lie to myself anymore and I don't have to lie to people anymore. Well, anywho, I just wanted to go ahead and drop that vid out there. And of course, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. And y'all know how I do. I'm out this piece. Good evening. Merry Christmas.